In Fallout 4, Vault 114 is probably the first vault, besides Vault 111, that you'll ever see. We get sent here to find and rescue the detective Nick Valentine from the gang of Triggermen. But if we explore a little further than where our quest marker tells us to go, we can actually find out a few secrets of Vault 114. Entering the subway station, we'll have to fight off a few Triggermen who have seemingly taken over the entire subway, and sadly there isn't much to see or hear here, besides the fact that they have a prisoner. So after making our way through the gang, we soon arrive at a vault entrance, and it's here that we learn that there was a vault built into this subway station before the war. We of course can unlock this door using our Pip-Boy and finally enter the vault, and it's here where we can find a message on one of the Vault-Tec terminals. And it reads as follows. Greetings. After months of construction, we are pleased to welcome members of the technical and scientific staff to the newest addition to the Vault-Tec family, Vault 114. Like you, we are excited to get started on our latest endeavour, but we are not quite ready to open that great big geared door to our new residence yet. As you've probably noticed, we've contracted outside of Vault-Tec for construction on this one, since it is utilising a unique space. By repurposing the former Park Street subway station, we will be seeing a decrease in building costs, as well as a shorter timeline for construction. This fits perfectly with the Vault's observational studies, which will be revealed in the future. However, because of this, we will be seeing a lot of civilian traffic until construction is fully completed. It is up to you to help maintain the prying eyes without proper clearance. Quote, loose lips sink ships, of course. They also result in immediate termination and possible criminal investigation. Welcome once again, Vault-Tec Management. Reading further, we can see how Vault 114 was supposed to be playing host to high-ranking members of local and state government and other members of Boston's upper class, who will then be used in an experiment to study stressful situations, whatever that means. And it's also on this same terminal entry that we learned that Vault 114, or Vault-Tec in general, are currently trying to interview for a new overseer for said vault, but we'll get more details on that later. Lastly, we see a final warning of some kind that reads, do not undermine the new overseer's authority at all during the experiment, especially if it causes physical discomfort, embarrassment, or harm to any residents. Strange. Now moving further throughout the vault, we sadly don't manage to learn much of anything else during this time, besides what this Ghoul Triggerman had to say.
So I got a question. Why the hell would anyone build a vault out of a subway station? This place is like the opposite of airtight.
Because they weren't planning to use it, you moron.
Get a hair
Used to pull
trigger.
this kind of gun all
Full
the time
wooden
back
stock.
before the war. Get a bunch of union
I
boys
can
to work
see it
some
now.
construction job that would go nowhere. Keep everyone on payroll.
And it's not long after this that we finally get to the main point of Vault 114's location in the game when we stumble across Dino, a member of the Triggerman gang, tormenting somebody locked away.
Want a snack?
Keep talking, meathead. It'll give Skinny Malone more time to think about how he's gonna bump you off.
Don't give me that crap, Valentine. You know nothing, you got nothing.
Really? I saw him writing your name down in that black book of his. Lousy, cheating card shark, I think were his exact words. Then he struck the name across 3 times.
3 strikes? In the black book? But I never... Oh no. I gotta smooth this over, fast.
It's here we learn just how violent and notorious the leader of the Triggerman gang is, keeping a black book of people he wants to put down, but moving past that, it's here that we meet my slightly modded Nick Valentine, where we explain to him why we're looking for a detective.
Get this door open! You gotta... hack that terminal to open up this door. Haha, my knight in shining armor. Question is, why does he come all this way? Risk life and limb? An old private?
I'm tracking a murderer. The bastard who shot my wife. Took my son. I don't even have a clue who he is or where he's gone.
So, you need a little angel of vengeance, huh? Well, I don't usually go after blood money, but I guess I can make an exception. I've been cooped up in here for weeks. Turns out the runaway daughter I came here to find wasn't kidnapped. She's Skinny Malone's new flame. And she's got a mean streak. Anyway, you got troubles, and I'm glad to help.
But if we stop for just a moment before following Nick, we can actually listen to the recordings for the Overseer interviews that we heard about earlier.
Mr. Beasley, as Overseer of Vault 114, how would you settle a disagreement between two of your Vault residents?
Well, I would obviously take it through the proper channels, assuming neither of their requests were against the law, of course. This is, of course, assuming that the conflict had already gone through all the other members of the Vault's Residence Council that I plan on organizing.
Vault Residence Council, you say?
Yes, of course. People need government. They yearn for it. I think it's a civic duty of every red-blooded American patriot to serve the...
Yes, I think we have everything we need here. Thank you for your time.
Oh, already? Well, I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Yes, I'm sure you will. Please make sure to fill out your non-disclosure agreement on your way out.
Listening to the interview, we can figure out that Vault-Tec are looking for a non-government friendly overseer, probably due to the fact that they wish to remove a lot of comfort from the upper class Vault residents, and a lot of these residents would take comfort in knowing that there was a government established in the Vault. But let's move on to interview number 2.
This is Vault-Tec interview number 21 for the position of Overseer for Vault 114. Interview subject, Kimberly Weiss. Hello, Mrs. Weiss.
How do you do? And may I just say what an honor it is to even be considered for the position of Overseer. Ever since I was a little girl in mock government, I dreamed that one day I would have the opportunity to lead a community to greatness. My teachers all told me I had leadership potential, and without my guidance as student council vice president, those bake sales surely would have failed. Just the thought of being able to organize and run this small group, to show them a better way, to lead them to a future so bright that they...
My goodness. Looks like we're out of time.
What? We just started!
Yes. Thank you. If you could just send the next candidate in as you leave.
Oh, of course. Did I mention I was head of my debate team?
I'm sure you did. Thank you.
Again, another nice person, shut down by the fact that they seem to have a lot of positivity towards governments in general. But let's move on to interview 3, the most intriguing of all the interviews by far.
This is Vault-Tec interview number 87 for the position of Overseer for Vault 114. The candidate has refused to give his real name and has only provided the name the Soup Can Harry.
That's right. I ain't telling you nothing. My name is the name I call myself, not the rank and number the government brand's on me. No, sir.
Fascinating. Mr. Soup Can, would you mind telling me why you're distrustful of the government?
I've seen what they do. Come up the works with red tape and bureaucracy, take every hard-earned cent and use it to fund their Illuminati, Freemason sex parties. I'm a free man. I should be able to live as I see fit. My taxes pay for them streets and alleys and dumpsters. I'll sleep where I want.
Sir, according to this, you haven't paid taxes in many years.
I seen the back of them Abraxo boxes. Not for consumption? Don't you tell me what to do. I'll eat what I want.
Sir, you may just be the perfect candidate. How would you like to be the new Overseer for Vault 114?
I ain't wearing no goddamn tie. Or pants.
And now we know that Vault-Tec of course hired the worst person for the job, but if we take a look at the Vault-Tec Overseer's terminal, we can read the following. Greetings, Overseer. I hope this message finds you well, and your move into your new position has been an easy transition. Your appointment as Overseer came with high recommendations from our interviews, and we hope that you will be the perfect fit that everyone believes you to be. Please do not be nervous, as we've chosen you based on your natural qualities, decision-making skills, and unique personality. Yeah, I'll say. We believe that you possess abilities as a leader that will bring this vault into the new world nuclear war creates. So don't worry, just go with your gut and everything will work perfectly. Now that we're finally done listening to the interviews, we can move on and follow Nick Valentine as he helps us take out the remaining Triggermen in the vault, and it's at the end of this long flight of battles that we finally come across Skinny Malone, the leader of the Triggermen.
Nicky, what are you doing? You come into my house, shoot up my guys? You have any idea how much this is gonna set me back?
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for your two-timing dame, Skinny. You ought to tell her to write home more often.
Oh, poor little Valentine. Ashamed you got beat up by a girl? I'll just run back home to Daddy, shall I?
Should've left it alone, Nicky. This ain't the old neighborhood. In this vault, I'm king of the castle, you hear me? And I ain't letting some private dick shut us down now that I finally got a good thing going.
I told you we should have just killed him! But then you had to get all sentimental. All that stupid crap about the old times.
Darla, I'm handling this. Skinny Malone's always got things under control.
Oh yeah? Then what's this guy doing here, huh? Valentine must have brought him here to rub us all out?
Darla, listen to me. You have a home to go back to. You don't want to throw your life away with these thugs.
You're right! What am I doing? I've gotten all mixed up.
Darla, where are you going?
Home, Skinny, where I should have been all this time. This is goodbye for us.
Oh, come on, Nicky. You cost me my men, now you and your friend cost me my girl?
My friend here just did you a favor, Skinny. You always did have bad taste in women. Now that she's not around to feed that temper of yours, maybe you'll see sense and let us walk. You still owe me for 2 weeks in the hole.
You smug, overconfident ass. Get out of here! All right, you get to the count of 10. I still see your face after that. I'm gunning both of you down.
If the correct dialogue is chosen, Skinny Malone will let us walk free, but sadly for Skinny Malone, unlike my friend Nicky here, I prefer a more unlawful approach to dealing with gangster scum. And it's here where we can finally escape the vault and be at the end of our quest, leaving the subway station and once again telling Nicky why we need his help. And actually, if you immediately rescue Nick before visiting Diamond City and meeting his assistant Ellie, you will actually get some unique dialogue here.
How did you know where to find me, anyway? Not many people knew where I went.
Honestly, I was just there at the right time. Seemed like you needed help.
I appreciate it. But a good Samaritan in these parts is liable to end up on the wrong side of a loaded gun. I should know. Now, you mentioned something about tracking down a murderer, how he took your son. I want you to come to my office in Diamond City. Give me all the details. Besides, I think you've earned a chance to sit down and clear your head.
I'll meet you there.
See you in Diamond City.
And with that, that is the full story of the Triggermen and Vault 114 in Fallout 4. As always, before we wrap up, a big thank you to our channel members. Your support means more than you could ever know. And this is my first lore video on the channel, so if you have any recommendations for how I can improve, please let me know in the comments. But with that all said, thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope to see you next time.